my goodness, royal watchers. I cannot believe what's happening right now in the House of Windsor. King Charles has reportedly made the most devastating move against Harry and Meghan yet, and the fallout is absolutely nuclear. I've been covering royal drama for decades, and I have never seen anything this explosive in my entire career. Now, I know you guys are excited for more. But before we delve into further discussion, if you haven't subscribed, come on guys, what are you waiting for? Hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell ASAP. So now, here's the bombshell news that's rocking Buckingham Palace and Montecito alike. King Charles has reportedly approved a House of Lords petition that effectively strips Archie and Lilibet of their royal status. Those 5 devastating words, those two are not royalty, have sent shockwaves around the world and completely upended the Sussex narrative. Can you even imagine the betrayal Prince Harry must be feeling right now? This wasn't some tabloid attack or public opinion poll. This was his own father, the king, essentially declaring that Harry's children don't belong in the royal fold. After years of Harry railing against the firm in interviews, books, and Netflix documentaries, the institution has finally struck back in the most devastating way possible, by targeting the very thing Harry holds most dear, his children's royal status. What makes this situation particularly ironic is that Harry spent years criticizing the monarchy, mocking its traditions, and exposing its inner workings. Yet now he's reportedly pacing in Montecito, fuming, because that same institution won't grant his children the royal privileges he once rejected. The hypocrisy is absolutely staggering. You can't spend years trashing an institution and then demand it recognize your children as part of its structure. But this bombshell decision isn't even the most shocking part of the story. Palace corridors are now buzzing with whispers about DNA verification. Yes, you heard that right. Senior voices in Parliament and the Palace are reportedly pushing to silence the endless gossip once and for all by confirming whether Archie and Lilibet truly carry Windsor blood. Can you even imagine the humiliation? The very legitimacy of Harry's children is being questioned at the highest levels of British society. For months, members of the House of Lords have apparently been murmuring about clarifying succession rules and tightening standards. Meghan's Duchess title was reportedly the first target, but Archie and Lilibet's royal claims were the real prize. And now, with Charles's backing, what was once just palace gossip has become law in action. Harry is being forced to watch from 5,000 miles away as British lawmakers dismantle his children's royal identity piece by piece. The British public has apparently sided overwhelmingly with the king on this decision. Polls reportedly show that more than 70% of Britons back Charles's move to clarify the royal status of Archie and Lilibet. For Harry and Meghan, who once thought they could sway public opinion with tell-all interviews and Netflix specials, this is a devastating blow. The same public they appealed to has now turned its back on them. Social media has been absolutely brutal, with hashtags like #NotRoyal and Dear Archie trending for days. Even critics of the monarchy are now reportedly mocking Harry for demanding privileges from the very system he once trashed. The hypocrisy has become too glaring for even anti-royalists to ignore. For Meghan, this decision is nothing short of catastrophic for her carefully constructed brand empire. Everything she's built since leaving the royal family, the Netflix deals, the Spotify partnerships, the Archie Foundation, was built on the thin gold veneer of royalty. The Duchess of Sussex title gave her instant credibility in Hollywood circles. But now, imagine pitching a $100 million project as just Meghan Markle, ex-actress, with no royal connection. The glamour fades, the lights dim, and suddenly, Hollywood executives aren't returning calls. The timing couldn't be worse for the Sussexes. Hollywood insiders are whispering that meetings are being canceled and calls aren't being returned. Streaming executives who were once eager to align with royal glamour now reportedly view Harry and Meghan as toxic assets. Without the royal connection, Meghan is just another former cable TV actress trying to make a comeback, while Harry is simply a disgruntled ex-royal with an axe to grind. And lurking in the background of this royal drama is another potential bombshell. Thomas Markle. Meghan's estranged father has long hinted that he could destroy her carefully crafted public image with letters, private recordings, and intimate details from her past. Now, with Archie and Lilibet's legitimacy reportedly in question, sources suggest Thomas may be willing to speak publicly if called by Parliament or legal bodies. Can you imagine the nightmare scenario for Meghan? Her own father testifying against her, potentially unraveling years of carefully engineered narratives. Through all this chaos, one figure has remained noticeably silent, Prince William. But make no mistake, silence doesn't mean weakness. Palace insiders suggest William has been instrumental in supporting Charles's decision behind the scenes. The contrast between William's calm, measured silence and Harry's reported outbursts only highlights the difference between a future king and a man trapped by his own contradictions. Meghan once reportedly envisioned herself as a new Princess Diana, beloved, untouchable, adored by the media. But with the Sussex children stripped of their royal identity, her empire faces potential collapse. Netflix deals that once leaned on royal intrigue suddenly seem hollow. Brand partnerships once pitched with HRH glamour attached feel irrelevant. Even her newly launched lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, suffers when its leading lady is no longer connected to royalty. And here's the most devastating irony of all. Harry's rebellion against the monarchy was supposedly meant to protect his family from the harshness of royal life. Yet in destroying his relationship with the institution, he may have doomed the very children he sought to protect. Archie and Lilibet, once positioned as global heirs to a modern progressive monarchy, are now legally nothing more than celebrity children. The rebellion has ended not in freedom or triumph, but in their potential erasure from the royal story. The court of public opinion has been absolutely merciless in its judgment. Across social media, comment sections, and international press forums, one theme reportedly dominates. We want DNA proof. Viewers aren't buying the Sussex narrative anymore. Hashtags like NotRoyalty, DNA Test Archie, and Lilibet Truth are trending globally. Fueled by thousands who believe the monarchy's bold move only confirmed long-standing suspicions. Brutal comments are flooding every new clip of Harry and Meghan. If they're so sure about royal blood, why not prove it? We've been lied to for years. Release the DNA test and end the circus. Archie and Lilibet deserve clarity, not staged PR photos. The backlash is relentless, and what's worse for the Sussexes is that their silence only makes the speculation louder. Every attempt to ignore these calls is met with even more skepticism. The narrative has completely flipped. What was once a story of victimhood, Harry and Meghan fleeing the cruel monarchy, is now being reframed by many as a story of potential deception. The very foundation of their post-royal identity is being questioned at the highest levels of British society. For Harry, who once proudly declared his independence from the royal family, the reality must be setting in that he may have miscalculated terribly. The monarchy doesn't operate on Hollywood timelines or respond to PR campaigns. It's an institution that has survived for over 1,000 years by protecting its lineage, its traditions, and its future at all costs. And Harry, in challenging that institution so publicly, may have triggered a response he never anticipated, one that affects not him, but his children's place in history. King Charles reportedly tried to mend fences. We heard just recently that he sent a birthday present to little Lilibet, whom he's only met once. There seemed to be hope for reconciliation. But now, with this dramatic move to clarify the royal status of his grandchildren, the message seems devastatingly clear. The monarchy comes first, even before family ties. The ultimate question now is whether Harry and Meghan will respond to these developments. Will they fight back with more interviews, more revelations, more attempts to sway public opinion? Or will they finally realize that the battle against an institution as powerful and enduring as the British monarchy might be unwinnable? Royal experts are divided on what happens next. Some believe this is Charles's final move to create a clear separation between the working royals and the Sussexes. Others think it's a strategic play to force Harry back to the negotiating table. But all agree on one thing. This is the most significant escalation in the royal rift since Harry and Meghan's departure. As this unprecedented royal drama continues to unfold, the stakes couldn't be higher for all involved. For Charles, it's about protecting the institution he's waited his entire life to lead. For William, it's about securing the future of the monarchy for generations to come. For Harry and Meghan, It's about salvaging what remains of their post-royal brand and protecting their children's place in history. And for Archie and Lilibet, innocent children caught in this extraordinary power struggle, it's about an identity and heritage that's being decided for them in corridors of power thousands of miles away from their California home. They may one day look back and wonder how they went from potential princes and princesses to being officially declared not royalty by their own grandfather, the king. What do you think, royal watchers? Did King Charles make the right decision in clarifying Archie and Lilibet's royal status? Should Harry and Meghan respond to the growing calls for DNA verification? Or is this simply the inevitable price of walking away from an institution that, as many royal observers have noted, never forgets and never forgives? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this isn't just royal drama anymore. This is a global debate about truth, bloodlines, legitimacy, and the very future of the British monarchy. And you can bet I'll be right here, bringing you every shocking development as this unprecedented royal crisis continues to unfold. Ta-ta, and bye for now.